A doctor and a nurse named Anna are confused about a patient who only has a bite wound, yet he's being sent for an X-ray. The doctor quickly instructs Anna to find the patient. She asks the hospital information staff and discovers that the man is now in the emergency room. After her shift ends, Anna goes home.
You're late, you missed it. You just got the mailman loose.
There, she and her husband, Luis, spend time in the bathroom together, unaware of the breaking news bulletin on TV. The next morning, Luis wakes up to find their neighbor, Vivian, standing outside their bedroom, blood dripping from her mouth.
Call an ambulance!
Anna quickly tries to stop Luis's bleeding with a pillowcase and calls 911, but all lines are busy. Luis dies, but only for a moment. He suddenly comes back to life as a zombie. Anna manages to push him away, grab the car keys, and is thrown into the bathroom. She tries to escape through the window, but it's jammed. The house falls eerily silent. Instead of opening the window, she walks to the door and calls out Luis's name. Outside, Anna sees chaos, people running in panic, houses burning in the distance. She asks a neighbor what's going on, but the man points a gun at her and warns her not to come any closer. Seconds later, he's hit by an ambulance. Luis steps out of the house. Anna quickly jumps into the car and starts the engine, trying to escape. Luis climbs onto the car, punches the window, then falls off and bites another neighbor. Driving becomes difficult as panicked citizens beg for help. Over the radio, Anna hears a host urging everyone to stay inside and lock their doors. She's stuck in traffic, surrounded by zombies attacking people. Suddenly, someone tries to steal Anna's car, forcing her off the road. She crashes into a tree. Zombies begin taking over the world. A government spokesperson tries to address the media, but admits they don't know how to cure people turning into zombies. The military struggles against the endless wave. The city descends into chaos. Fires consume buildings, explosions rock the streets, and zombies roam without mercy. Police forces try to respond, but the situation spins out of control. We return to Anna, who wakes up after passing out. A police officer named Kenneth finds her and confirms she's not a zombie. She can still speak.
Come on, put the gun down!
After some tension, Michael and Andrea explain that many streets are overrun by zombies. The group agrees they need to find shelter and decides to head for the mall. As they try to break down the door, a group of zombies appears, prompting Kenneth to shoot the lock so they can get inside. He kicks the zombie back just before they slam the door shut. Once inside, they turn on the lights and try several phones, but none of them work. They then break through a glass panel to enter the mall.
See what I did?
While Anna washes the blood from her hands in the indoor fountain, the others check the front entrance to make sure it's fully secured. Andre and Michael decide to inspect the other access points around the mall, while the rest stand guard at the front. At the rear exit, Andre is startled when a zombie slams against the glass. Fortunately, the glass is shatterproof. Meanwhile, in another room, Michael grabs a gateball stick after hearing a noise behind a door. A zombie suddenly bursts out and tackles him, causing the stick to break. He manages to kill the zombie by stabbing the broken piece through its head. A zombie grabs Andre's wife, Luda, by the arm. Kenneth strikes it with his weapon, but the zombie shoves him into the fountain, injuring his hand. Anna picks up Kenneth's fallen weapon and shoots the zombie in the shoulder. It's not a fatal shot, but it buys enough time for the three of them to escape and regroup with Andre and Michael. They head into the elevator. When they reach the top level of the mall, they encounter 3 security guards who immediately pull their guns. Anna convinces them to allow the group to stay on the condition that the guards confiscate their weapons. The group sits and watches TV, which shows scenes of chaos, death, and destruction across the globe. From the news, they learn that the only way to kill a zombie is by destroying its brain. Meanwhile, Andre takes Luda to the restroom and discovers a small wound on her arm.
You know, you're lucky. They could have bitten it off.
Here we have multiple search and rescue teams out there, and they will find you.
My brother's there. He's waiting for me.
While Anna tends to Kenneth's injury, Michael explains that they need to secure every potential entry point in the mall and paint an SOS sign on the roof to signal for helicopter rescue. The guards head downstairs and find the zombie Kenneth fought earlier, who was once their friend. They kill it without hesitation, then begin sweeping the mall and shooting any other zombies they encounter. A short while later, they toss zombie corpses from the rooftop as others work on painting the SOS sign. While observing the horde of zombies below, they hear gunshots. They discover a man named Andy on the roof of his gun store, holding up a sign saying he's alone. He quickly points to the sky. There's a helicopter flying overhead, but it passes by without stopping.
Man, they're gonna be coming back, baby. Don't worry.
That night, the security guards lock Anna and the others inside a store to prevent them from stealing supplies or even a gun that could threaten the guards. Inside, Michael tells the group they need to do something because help isn't coming. But Andre insists the helicopter will come back. Kenneth doesn't seem to care. His only goal is to reach Fort Pastor, where his brother is. Meanwhile, the guards watch TV and hear a preacher say that the zombie outbreak is God's punishment for humanity's sins.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
The next morning, everyone wakes up as the mall's automatic systems turn on the lights, music, and TVs, though the screens only show static. Terry heads to the control unit to shut it off. Anna sees him and asks him to open the door because they need to use the restroom. Terry agrees and opens it.
I'll tell CJ.
I'm telling you.
At the control unit, Terry spots a truck being chased by zombies on the surveillance monitors.
Shit!
Everyone rushes to the roof and discusses what to do. Anna suggests they welcome the survivors, but CJ and Bart refuse, saying it's too risky. Terry defies them, and Kenneth and Michael use the moment to disarm the guards. Terry then leads the others to the mall's holding cell, where they lock up CJ and Bart. They make a rescue plan. Anna and Luda prepare a rooftop sign to guide the truck to the entrance. Andre and Michael go outside to shoot the zombies and distract them so the survivors can enter the mall safely. As a nurse, Anna checks on the survivors, including a very sick woman being pushed on a red construction-style wheelbarrow. Kenneth wants to take the truck to Fort Pastor, but Steve and Norma say it's already overrun by zombies. Frustrated, Kenneth goes to the roof and sees Andy on the gun store across the street. Andy signals for information, and Kenneth tells him that no help is coming. Anna treats everyone's wounds, and Terry checks on the sick woman, who suddenly dies. Anna covers her with a cloth, but she reanimates and attacks. Anna grabs a metal rod and stabs it through the zombie's eye, killing her again. After seeing this and remembering her husband's fate, Anna tells the group that a zombie bite speeds up the infection and turns people faster. Since Frank gets bitten, Anna wants to quarantine him, but Michael insists he should be killed, saying prevention is better than cure. At first, Anna disagrees and warns Frank that Michael plans to kill him. But Frank, fully aware of what's coming, doesn't want to risk infecting his daughter, Nicole. He accepts his fate. Kenneth then takes him to a room and waits for him to turn into a zombie before finally shooting him. The days pass by, and the group tries to ignore the zombies outside by entertaining themselves with hobbies. Andy and Kenneth play chess from a distance. Bart and CJ play cards inside the holding cell. Anna and Michael watch movies. Nicole and Terry stargaze, while Steve plays golf on the roof and hits the zombies below. They even start a game, picking out zombies for Andy to shoot from his rooftop. One night during dinner, the power suddenly goes out. Andre rushes to check on Luda, who lies in bed in pain with her arms and legs restrained. It looks like she's about to give birth. Meanwhile, 4 others search for the backup generator and find blood smeared on the walls. Something moves in the dark, and they raise their weapons, only to discover it's just a dog. But the dog starts barking, a warning that danger is near.
What's wrong, boy?
The group flees, leaving Bart behind. He's bitten and quickly devoured by the zombies. Back with Andre, he watches Luda take her last breath. He kisses her goodbye, but notices her pregnant belly still moving. The baby is alive. Suddenly, Luda wakes up as a zombie. Andre grabs a belt and wraps it around her mouth to stop her from biting as the baby is delivered. Norma grows suspicious after not seeing Andre or Luda for a while. She checks on them and is shocked to find Andre cradling the newborn while Luda, now a zombie, lies nearby. Norma immediately shoots Luda. Enraged, Andre shoots Norma, and they both end up killing each other in the crossfire. The sound of gunfire brings everyone together. Anna hears Norma's last words and worries she might turn into a zombie. But Anna assures the others that Norma dies from a bullet wound, not a bite. They check on Andre and Luda's baby, only to find out the baby is also a zombie. With no other option, they end up killing it. Not long after, they move the bodies and fix the generator. Kenneth says they're just waiting to die here, which feels worse than death itself. Everyone agrees with him. Michael then mentions that he sees a couple of buses in the garage and suggests they modify them to escape. Steve interrupts with an idea to sail to an uninhabited island using his boat. Everyone agrees that Steve's plan sounds better. So they begin using tools from the mall to reinforce 2 buses strong enough to break through the zombies. They also plan to include Andy, Kenneth's friend, who's still stuck in the gun store. Kenneth contacts Andy to tell him about their plan, but Andy replies that he's starving. Since it will take a few more days to finish the bus modifications, they need to send food to Andy immediately. Kenneth comes up with a plan. They use the dog to deliver food, since the zombies didn't attack it during the earlier outbreak. The dog crosses through the horde without issue. But when Andy opens the door, zombies manage to get inside. Andy shoots and slams the door shut, but informs the others that he's been bitten.
Where you hurt, Andy?
Damn, those bastards bite hard.
Without warning, Nicole drives a truck toward the gun store to save her dog. She parks the vehicle right in front, entering the building as zombies start climbing over the truck. The group hears Nicole's voice on the radio confirming she saves her dog. Kenneth checks the roof and sees a bloody sign, realizing Andy is about to turn. He enters the store, prompting a few of the men to join him in rescuing Nicole and collecting weapons from Andy's store. They go through the storm drain, leaving Steve to stand guard at the door. The group makes it into the truck, enters through the dog door, and shuts it just in time before the zombies swarm in. After grabbing all the weapons they can carry, they follow a trail of blood and find Andy banging his head against a door. Kenneth apologizes before shooting him in the head. They rescue Nicole, but the zombie crowd outside is overwhelming. CJ then tosses a propane tank from the roof and shoots it, causing a massive explosion that scatters the zombies. They finally make it back to the mall door, but Steve is not there to open it. Zombies rush in, and the group fires their weapons until Anna opens the door herself, though they can't close it again as the zombies push through. They run and regroup with the others, entering the elevator just as the zombies close in. Once they reach the garage, CJ and Michael scold Steve before everyone boards the modified buses. The group splits into two, one bus each, and they charge through the garage gate, greeted by a swarm of zombies. Zombies quickly surround the buses. They shoot through the windows, and Steve even uses a chainsaw to kill the undead. As the horde grows, CJ throws another propane tank and shoots it, clearing a path with an explosion. However, the bus Kenneth drives gets breached by zombies. As he swerves to shake them off, the bus flips over. Glenn falls with the chainsaw, which accidentally slices through Monica. The other bus returns to help. Steve grabs a gun, refuses to assist, and walks away, only to immediately be attacked by a zombie. Karma hits fast.
What the fuck?
Michael arrives to save his friends. Anna is shocked to see Monica killed by the chainsaw. When she turns around, zombie Steve lunges at her. Anna shoots him in the head. She grabs the keys to Steve's boat and fires at zombies while retreating. With help from her friends, Anna gets back on the bus. Michael and CJ hold off the horde so the door can close, and they speed off through the gate. The group races toward the boat. Zombies swarm the dock, but CJ stays behind. Surrounded, he shoots the fuel tank, sacrificing himself to blow up the horde and buy time for the others to escape. As the remaining survivors prepare to leave, Michael reveals he can't come. He was bitten while saving Anna. He says goodbye, pushes the boat out, and once at a safe distance, he shoots himself to avoid turning. At last, Anna, Kenneth, Nicole, Terry, and the dog survive. But as they sail away, they find a drifting boat filled with zombie heads and rotting food. They reach the island, only to discover it's overrun with zombies too.